This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth. You can take the blue, or the red pill, or the green one.
What? There's a green one? Sweet.
Nu är nya Casumo.com här. Just nu får du dubbelt på kontot och 110 gratis chanser att vinna storkovan. Casumo, ett kasino. Casumo.com.
All right, man, it looks like it's going to be another B-split push coming up here, standard as could be for the T side.
Yeah, they are getting ready for it right now. They've got two people coming out through the middle, 3 people through upper dark at the moment. There's counter-terrorist holding one guy inside the B-bomb site, one guy down towards the middle of the map.
Yeah, that B-slope man on CT side is going to be the linchpin here. T side, they've managed to put the CT smoke down. No support coming in from the A site here for the defense. It's all going to come down to the entry shots here, the man making the plan.
It's getting kind of cold in here.
Yeah, man, did you leave the window open?
I don't think so.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the Caseking of the Hill, number 9, and we are going into our second match in just a moment's time. Property versus HellRaisers, the Swedes versus the Ukrainian mix. This is looking pretty good, man.
Exactly right. So welcome to the show. Don't forget that there is the Facebook raffle going on at the bottom of the page. If you click the raffle link down there, you can win all sorts of cool stuff. This week, it's a keyboard, I believe.
Yeah, a keyboard, mechanical, pretty damn slick. We're going to make sure that our mics are nice and close so you guys can hear us well. But yeah, this week it's going to be a keyboard that we're giving away. So just if you scroll down at the bottom of Twitch, or if you're watching from RoomOnFire.tv, you got the link at on the little raffle widget there.
Yeah.
But follow that link, hit the like button on Facebook, and you guys will get into the raffle. And these raffles, we're going to have another, 6 of them, basically going on throughout the rest of these tournaments that are going to go on until the end of October. So guys, plenty of opportunities to win more swag, but we're not going to be wasting too much time. We're going to be getting straight into the game here.
Yes.
Knife round to determine who's going to get the start on which side between these two teams on Mirage, and it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know if this is going to make a huge difference who gets to start on which side here between these two teams.
Maybe not, but I feel like with Property having already lost the first map, maybe it'll feel, a little bit good for them if they could just have that moral victory here. See if they can get it done. But the stabbing has already begun, and a big welcome to all of you again. Thanks for tuning in here at Room on Fire. Definitely appreciate you guys doing it. It was almost very close to not being able to host the Caseking Hill this week, just because of travel issues. I'm in Stockholm.
Man.
Scheduling as well. There's so much going on these days that was a little bit tricky, but we managed to make it work, and we got some help as well from Buddha. So we appreciate that. Being able to use the studio here. Now, here we go. Mirage is coming up. HellRaisers took it on Dust 2, but it was definitely not, 100% convincing. They could have lost that map.
It was a close call. There were a lot of very simple rounds, or close rounds rather, where it was like one guy living on one team. So a lot of clutch situations, and in the end, HellRaisers managed to just come out ahead, just barely as well. A close score at the end. So we have to see if Team Property are going to be able to bounce back on this next map. Michaelele is currently standing in right now for Spitfire for the Swedish team as well. So that's something to take into account. But Michaelele, he is absolutely capable of just laying waste all on his own as well. So we'll see if he's able to do that this time around. But already Angel starting off strong here, picking off Delpen at the top of mid, and picks off Jumpy as well. 2 kills for HellRaisers to start.
That's a really convincing pistol action coming out from Angel. That looked so controlled, so calculated. Sed's going to go down to Makarov and Emilio. Whatever plans Property had, I think they got shattered as soon as they ran into Angel in that middle. That was that was too much to handle.
And that was from him jumping out of window as well. So Property aren't going to be too pleased with that. They had the opportunity to pick him off, but Angel, he's still able to, to beat those wings and manage to get a little bit of room to work with. What's up?
But the counter to what Angel did would have been if Property had decided to put someone in underpass, so Angel could have got pincered in between middle and underpass, but that just never happened. Kuch is going to pick up the final kill, right? I mean, because if there were some guys coming down from this right and they were coming up from middle as well, then Angel's position down here is all of a sudden not that cool any longer. But because they were all middle, all the way by A slope or apartments, Angel just had free room to do exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of a risk, but I don't know. That was just very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's even good if he just manages to pick up 1 kill in that situation, because he's still getting information as to how many people are at the top of mid for Property. So his team is getting a lot of info based off of that play, and he's going for it again, this time pushed all the way up to top mid. So again, getting so much information. He gets all the way up there, sees that nobody's waiting on the other side from Property. And so now HellRaisers, they know we don't have to worry about mid. We kind of just have to worry about the main entrances to these bomb sites. And it's going to be an A play here from Property, but a sick nade already doing massive damage. And then the mow down from Markloff as well.
Yeah, that was a truly devastating grenade. I think that did like almost 300 damage or something like that in one grenade to 4 players. I don't know, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less than that, but it was really close. And now it's going to be a second round for HellRaisers. And we're going to be waiting a little bit longer. Still no bombing planted by Property, so they can't really afford to buy up here.
They did a really nice job there, HellRaisers. And something we have to take note of is that HellRaisers are quite a good Mirage team as well. Not up there with the best, like Fnatic or Dignitas, but certainly a team that can do some damage and they aren't to be taken lightly here. So I think this is going to be tougher for Property than it was on Dust 2. Dust 2, a map that you are capable to catching people off guard on, especially on your CT side. Mirage, a little bit more cut and dried, so we'll have to see if Property can come up with anything that's going to manage to catch HellRaisers off guard.
Angel, it's a good shot through the smoke, and all the way up the middle here, it's Markov holding with the FAMAS. Only going to pick up the 2 kills, and Angel's got to be a little bit careful. They're already being shot down to 5 health, and Michaelele looking for that kill, and he's going to pick it up as well. So this is turning into a great round from Property at the moment. Simple is towards the middle, and the bomb is actually trapped in that connector. They've managed to sort of fight their way out. Sed does pick up the kill on one more person. So, well, Simple 1-on-2. He's the newcomer to the team, but he's a strong player.
Yeah, he realizes, and he just barely manages to spot the man getting into the long there. This is going to be a situation that Simple can actually win if he gets up here fast enough. Michaelele taking fire already. He's got that scout. Goes for the P250 instead. He's going to get mowed down, but Set manages to get in position to stop Simple from securing the round. Set with a huge win there, managing to pick up that M4A1 and going to work with it. Picks up 2 frags, and that's a fantastic turnaround here for Property. Winning an eco round is excellent to bounce back at the beginning of this half.
I think maybe HellRaisers were a little bit too confident in their victory then. And Angel taking that fight with the scout at that close range instead of falling back and waiting for some backup. I think he just thought, all right, even if I die, it's just a scout, who cares? And then it ended up working out really badly for them. And great play from Sed, who didn't have the best game on Dust 2, but starting off like this, clutching it or winning it with a triple kill like that, it's definitely very important.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be a really good feel for him. But more importantly, if you're off to a bumpy start, you get a good round like that, that's going to really just get you going.
Is that a Zeus on Doja?
It is a Zeus on Doja. If he goes for a Forest right now.
Please, Michaelele, please. I want to see this.
This would be amazing if it actually works.
I'll be happy for a very long time if it works. If there's any justice in the universe, let this be. I'd be so ridiculous. I'm just giving up on anything else on the map right now. I'm just worried about that one thing. I'll keep a close eye on it.
Yeah, I mean, in the meantime, Property have taken over mid of the map. And Emilio sneaking up into CPL catches Doja. So now Michael can get out here, potentially catch Markov off guard. He's going to go for the spray and pick him up. So the A side is now clear, but the bomb gets dropped by Angel in mid, and this is not going to help things here. Angel now looking for an angle. He's going to find Delpan posted up on a pillar like that. A very weird position from Delpan. Set is able to get in position to save the day and get the final frag. So Property will get 2 rounds, but those last 2 kills there for Angel seemed a little wonky.
I don't know. That was just all around a very strange round. I'm not sure how Emilio managed to walk his way all the way into the middle to get that kill on Doja, who was hiding in the corner, and he killed the Sue stream like that. Just, yeah, I mean, boosted up all the way over the window, but just getting that far in is really uncommon, right?
Yeah, not having anybody there from HellRaisers keeping an eye on that position, especially if they're smoked off, is a little bit of an error. And Property, they're not going to... Property, you know, despite the fact that they are a bit new on the scene at least, you know, getting recently announced, Zet is back, and they've got a stand-in. They're still not a team to be taken lightly. And Mirage, I mean, Michael back when LGB used to be trouncing people on this map, Michael definitely was a force of nature, so you can't really, you know, not take Property seriously on this map. Underestimating them will cost you. So HellRaisers, they've learned their lesson. They've had to eco now, and they're giving away quite a few rounds early on here in this half on a map that is CT-sided. So Property, really, they need like 5-6 rounds here to feel comfortable with this first half, and they're nearly halfway there.
And worth remembering as well is that, you know, whoever wins is going to be facing Fnatic here, so I mean, that could be fun as well, watching, you know, new Swedish team playing, one of the best performing Swedish teams of at the moment here. But right now, HellRaisers, on the other hand, they've lost control of the A-bomb side, and surely and slowly, Property are figuring out this is perfectly safe to plant over here. Kucher and Simple, not really sure they could do much here. I mean, getting another kill, stealing a rifle somewhere would be great.
This is still a good round from HellRaisers, all things considered. They've managed to pick up 2 kills. If they could find the rifles, this would be nice, and it looks like they might be able to get in position to do that. An AK picked up on Kucher here is going to be a good party favorite for HellRaisers to leave on. So he's going to run back over towards T-spawn, leaves his teammate Simple around in mid, trying to float, see if he can pick up anybody, trying to get away from this bomb blowing up. Property are already moving back towards T-spawn. Kucher not going to be in the best position here. If he could find some headshots, that would be great, but he's at risk.
He's not gonna commit too much to it. Simple does lose his life at the end there. Michael will pick up the kill. Gonna put us into the 6th round, and HellRaisers do have the money to buy, so they are going to go for it. Question is, no, it's not going to be an AWP. That's not necessarily such a big deal if you're HellRaisers, I feel like. But they could have afforded it on someone.
Yeah, and he seems to be their AWP specialist as well, which is good. Which is a good thing for HellRaisers. I mean, if we remember how Epsilon went when Foxyo joined the team, right? You know, it went from a team kind of letting Shoxy off, you know, giving it to GMX every now and again, and then all of a sudden they had a guy who specialized in the rifle, and it really changed up how the team played. And it seems to be having the same effect for HellRaisers. It's just a shame that we're not going to see them be able to give him that AWP and let him go to work here. Property still in an advantageous position. They've got Delpan on the op, and it looks like they want to go for another boost in the window here. Only thing is, Simple, he's waiting around the corner.
And they're not going to make the same mistake again. Delp, where is he at, actually? He's all the way in the middle as well, but the bomb is all the way at B. That's what's throwing me off right here. Simple with a really great double and then a triple. A second headshot comes in, and that's 3 members dead in the middle. So even without the AWP, Simple can still be quite terrifying. And Doja will pick off Michael. So said the guy who had the bomb, and I think this was all a pretty elaborate fake that was going to come out here from Property. I think, if anything, they were going to look for an entry frag, then probably try and smoke off here and here, and then pretend to sort of go for an A play and hope that everyone will rotate out, which is not a bad idea. Because if you're stuck here in the jungle somewhere and you can hear people running up, it's really hard to count exactly how many people are there. You're just going to tell your teammates, there's a lot, you know, and I'm smoked off and we really lost a member. Please come help out. And they could, yeah, they could have worked out.
Yeah, a lot of it does come down to the communication like that, right? Also, you know, one of the basic tenets is, you know, you watch for the bomb. You make sure that you see the bomb, and then you call the rotation for your team, because once you see that bomb, you know that the T's are going to be committing to that site. Only problem is, if there's smokes down and you're getting shot at, you may not see that bomb. And then it comes down to the decision there. Are we getting faked, or is it going to be a play for that site after all?
And even if the guy who's holding B doesn't get like a full call to actually, you know, we need you come rotate right now, it could just be that he starts moving in position to eventually rotate. And if Zed peeks right when that happens, you know, that's still pretty good. So, you know, just causing a little bit of confusion is all right. So, yeah, we'll be in the game for a little bit here, guys, as we're just waiting for Emilio's internet to stop acting out, and hopefully he will be back online soon enough, and we can continue with it here. We had a little bit of a trouble in the first map, but nothing too extensive. I think we'll be all right.
I don't think this is going to mess with their momentum too much. I mean, this is still fairly early on in the half. We're only getting into the 7th round here, and Property have already got 3 rounds on the board, which is really solid. This early on in the half, only just now getting into the mid. This is definitely a good score for Property to start building off of, especially when they have a little bit of bank saved up on set like this. $8,300 means that he can drop a rifle for Emilio when he comes back and still full by himself. So Property, they can still keep the pressure up on HellRaisers. HellRaisers only just now starting to develop a little bit of bank after that eco round they had to go through.
Yeah. And then, you know, we've got Delpan on 0 and Jumpy on 1 kill. So there's still some potential to be unlocked here on the Property side where they could really start doing some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Delpan was playing pretty decently on Dust 2, so maybe we could see something.
He was playing decently on Dust 2, but he was also playing well last night.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was on Dust 2. So, you know, we did see a good Delpan show up for Fragbite Masters last night, the qualifiers. So Property, you know, they had a good performance. Emilio in particular nearly dropping a 40 bomb, and Emilio's been very consistent all the night through. So now we have to see if Delpan is going to wake up here. And this is the one thing that I'm always worried about with Delpan. You know, he'll have nights where he just seems to land every shot, and the sickest flicks, you know, it's just full-on JW mode, where you just can't seem to miss. And then he'll have nights where he doesn't really seem to manage to connect with anything. So it's always been like the consistency question with Delpan. Has he shown up, and is he going to land everything, or is it going to be a bit of a struggle for him? But it looks like time is up, and we're going to manage to get back into this game. The countdown has begun to get into the 7th round. Emilio will have an AK after all, and a pretty good buy coming out here for Property. Delpan does have that AWP to work with. Or no, it's Michaelele who's going to be holding it for the meantime.
Michaelele stepping up a little bit, seeing if he can land a kill. Maybe he just had a better spawn for it. Who knows? Either way, he's definitely capable AWPer as well. And they do spot out Simple in the middle here. HellRaisers looking to see if they can pick up one more round. Angel will open up the bidding, but Emilio with a quick 1-2, turning 180 degrees to go with that last kill on Angel then. And that's going to open up a lot of the map. Now HellRaisers have really got to consider how they put up, you know, the defense here.
Yeah, really nicely done there by Emilio in particular. This is going to be a great position from Kucher, however, and Doja manages to find Michaelele, so 2 quick kills. Bring it back to a 2-on-2 here. HellRaisers now losing control of the A site. However, the bomb is making its way here with Set. Simple going to be in here through CT spawn, but they're going to be able to plant for Courtyard, and there's not a whole lot that Simple can do to stop this. He does spot the man out, however, and that was a bit of a mistake there by Set. Just showing a little bit too much of himself. Simple able to find the angle and capitalize.
Emilio is actually 1 kill away from another ace. He's already picked up one. He nearly had a double ace in the on Dust 2, so we'll see if he can actually do it once more. Kucher saw him jumping over, so Kucher has a bit of an advantage, whereas Emilio is just thinking, and there it is, the headshot. Kucher walks right into it. No chance at all, and Emilio picks up another ace for himself. So it's a good thing he didn't time out all the way. That was incredible.
And Emilio just seems to be playing out of his mind. Last night, tonight, just domination from him. Seems like every map he has to have an ace pretty much. You know, it's like it's not an Emilio map unless he's getting an ace.
Yeah, and honestly, when he was on the SK lineup, like you were talking about earlier, it wasn't Emilio we were looking for to pick up like a bunch of kills. Not at all. He was, everyone would say, you know, support player is such a weird term to bring up. He was just the guy that fulfilled like a lot of other functions, it felt like.
When Peter, he took up, he was kind of like Shoxy for Epsilon, basically. He took up a lot of space on that team because he had to fill a lot of roles, and he was calling in as well once Peter was off the team. So Emilio, you know, now it seems like perhaps he has the room to be able to go for it and just start really performing up to his level. And it's good to see, because if he can continue, I mean, if he can consistently come through in the clutch for his team like this and pick up aces left and right, that's a huge asset for Property.
Oh, well, some faking, some sounds going on, or back and forth over behind the B bomb site. Property are rotating the bomb all the way out, so I don't know. They're leaving a couple of people here, so I think this is just like a fake based on timings, essentially. And Angel does a lot of damage early on. They're going to keep pushing anyway here. Zed, still alive. Molotov not really doing anything just yet. It's going to keep Angel there, and that's a good headshot from Zed. Opens it up. This could sell the fake. Can they get in here? Doja is still here, so HellRaisers haven't bought it all the way. They're still thinking it could be an A push, and it is. Yeah,
Doja's in a great position as well. He's going to drop the man jumping across. He's going to be able to stop Jumpy from planting this bomb. No, he does not. Michaelele saves it. Great save there by Michaelele, but he's going to get caught by Kucher, and it's a 1-on-3 situation now for Jumpy. He manages to sneak into the smoke. Can he work his way through to CT? He will not. Markelov denies him, and he was looking to try and get a wraparound there on HellRaisers, catch them off guard. But that was not meant to be this time, and Property are going to lose a round after winning one, so this is going to be a bit tough for their money.
Yeah, not exactly ideal, and they should be ecoing once here. HellRaisers would have been eco if they had lost in return, so yeah, it's pretty good for HellRaisers that they stick in here. They should be winning the majority of the rounds on Mirage like this. Now, Property, the way they showed themselves over here in the beginning, then waited for quite a while, and then recommitted with only 2 people, is basically a bit of a prayer that when they recommit, HellRaisers will have first made the call that, oh, there's a couple of people here. Second call is, oh, wait a minute, they backed up. And the third call is, wait a minute, they're still here, they're coming back. And you hope that there's sort of a little bit of a panic going on the CT side like that. HellRaisers way too routine to fall for like that. If they hadn't lost anyone, if Set had just got the entry kill and nobody on the terror side would have gone down, that could have maybe propelled HellRaisers to move around. But because they just traded evenly, they didn't really feel forced at all to do any kind of crazy stuff there.
Look at Kucher right now. He's going to spot this push coming in. He's going to manage to pick up the first 2. Delpan not able to connect with any shots there. Kucher only dropped down to half HP, but more importantly, he's stayed alive, and he's going to be able to reload as well. He's got help here from Simple, who does have that P2K. We are going to lose Kucher, but it's still a situation that HellRaisers are in full control of. Simple will find Michael with that AWP, and this is all going to be down to Emilio now.
He's not in full control, it seems like. I think he's maybe suffering, but his ping looks fine, so they do call for a pause here. Luckily, it was in an eco round for Property, so it doesn't really affect them that much, but still a little bit frustrating, obviously, for the Swedish team here that they're forced to deal with this. And Simple, he goes for the knife.
That's not cool.
No.
That's actually not cool, because I mean, you may think hardy har, right? You know, you go for the knife, he's just standing there, but that's still $1,500. That's still $1,500 that HellRaisers are getting that they shouldn't get.
Yeah.
And that can make a big difference when you're talking about ecoing and anti-ecoing. I mean, if that $1,500 is enough to keep HellRaisers from an eco round, that's a big play there for HellRaisers. That means a lot. So getting a free $1,500, that is not good.
Yeah, Delpan saying he's not in fact AFK. He's just having a bite to eat. So that's Delpan for you. Well, it is. You're right, especially because it's Simple that gets to do it, and he's the guy who you would look for to buy an AWP on the team. So yeah, a little bit more money for him to work with. Hopefully, it won't affect the game too much. But generally speaking, it's a little bit more sportsmanlike to just kill people with your pistol if you're up for it.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know why Simple would go for the knife in that situation.
We've seen it before from people, right? Well, Emilio is back in the game and certainly not very excited about getting attacked. So hopefully it'll go away, and we'll see how it all unfolds here, moving into the 10th round of the second map. And I don't know. I still feel like HellRaisers are struggling to get control on the CT side right now.
Well, they are definitely. Well, that was still a good anti-eco from them, all things considered. I mean, they haven't given up this half yet. We're only going to get into the 10th round now. And Property, if they can maintain Property at 4 rounds, that's still a very solid performance from HellRaisers. So it's not like Property are in the lead with a big bank. Property are certainly going to have money to buy in this round after that eco. But if they were to lose this round, then they're back to an eco situation, right? So things aren't getting any easier here for Property. Whereas HellRaisers, they're starting to get a little bit of breathing room with that money in the bank. And it looks like right now, HellRaisers at this point, I don't think they should feel too pressured. It's more about just making sure that they land the shots and making sure that they control Property's money. If they were to lose this situation, I mean, if they were to lose this coming round, if they were able to, turn it into a 1v1, right, and they lose it, so long as one guy on Property lives, that's still a good situation for HellRaisers, because sure, they give the 1 round to Property, but if they win the next one, Property are ecoing or even double ecoing. So that's what you're thinking about a lot of the time here, guys, is money. Money is so important.
Yeah, and we are just still waiting for them to sort out any issues that might be left. I think Emilio is back, so it can't be that much longer before we get back into it. But yeah, it's a bit sort of touch and go here for both teams. Nobody's really running away with the economic side of the game. It just feels to me like Property are generally getting more really good into frags, whereas HellRaisers are often forced, it seems like, to try and fight their way back from a 3-on-5 or a 4-on-5 or something like that. And it's just a question of time, and we've already seen it happening in 4 rounds, but if you keep doing it like that, you are going to come out on bottom eventually, I think. But the on-pause is happening, and we're going to be resuming with the game. So welcome if you're just joining us here to the stream. It's the second map between HellRaisers and Team Property of this week's Caseking of the Hill, and the winners are going to be playing Fnatic.
Exactly right. Fnatic waiting the current Kings for 2 weeks running now. But right now, it's going to be one of these two teams. HellRaisers currently up 1-0 in this best-of-3 as well, having picked up the first map on Dust 2. But they currently wait and hold. Doja's going to get picked off despite the flash, and Michael gets 2 entry frags onto this A site. A great performance so far from him. Team Property not able to get control of the site quite yet until Jumpy shoots Angel in the face, and now things are looking pretty good here for the Swedes.
Yeah, in fact, to the point where you got to wonder whether or not HellRaisers really want to commit to trying to retaking this in a 2-on-4. Simple could try and look for a pickoff, but Zed will take down one. It's a great flick from Simple. That was lightning fast. Zed goes down, but Delpan is there for the return, and a really impressive round from Property. Just leaving absolutely no chance that HellRaisers was going to retake that.
No, they definitely played the smokes right. Played the angles right as well. Very patient play from the Swedes there, actually managing to just slow down the pace of the game and waiting for the guys to rotate in from HellRaisers. HellRaisers getting a little ahead of themselves, Angel in particular there. I mean, this is still a winnable situation for HellRaisers, but we can see the state of their money now, having had to buy pretty much everything. It's going to be a forced situation for them, and then this is really not ideal.
Simple. It's a good idea. The execution wasn't exactly perfect for it. He's gonna stick around and goes for the repeat. This time he does hit Emilio down to 18 points of health, so he gets something for his efforts, but they've lost Angel in the meantime. Again, another entry frag that goes in favor of Team Property, and those entry frags just have such an impact on the game.
They do. Well, a lot of it, Property aren't exactly playing the momentum game off of those entry frags, but it's still going to give you more space on the map to move around, and HellRaisers on the CT side, they don't want to be giving up that first shot, but this is a great entry situation here. Markelov getting flashed into a pit is going to manage to pick up 1 kill. Random spray onto Emilio does the job, brings it back to a 4-on-4, but he's got to be careful. He's going to get wrapped around in turn.
Yeah, but are they going to check here? I think they might not realize Doja here. They don't even think about it for a second, and Doja comes out shooting that M4 and takes a great double kill, and it's going to be Simple with the final one here. So a little bit of a mind game for HellRaisers there. Because Markelov already died in that position, it's kind of hard for Property to guess that there was going to be a second guy there. That's going to put us into the 12th round. So HellRaisers adjusting to the situation there.
Doja, he's been playing so well from that position as well. Not a whole lot of frags, just because he hasn't been seeing too much action there. But Balcony, Shadow, he's been playing it consistently and getting some damage done. Now it's going to be just the straight YOLO rush right down mid. They're looking to try and overwhelm Simple if they can with those pistols, but Property now getting picked off as they get closer to the goal. And in the end, it's just going to be a complete turkey shoot from all angles. Property get closed in on, and it's just going to be Markelov getting caught. But HellRaisers should be okay with that. If it's just losing one guy on an anti-eco, at that point you're just happy you get the round.
Yes, that's pretty much the end of it. So yeah, they got crunched in the middle. Moving into the later stage of this first half here, and if HellRaisers can make this 10-5, I think they're going to be pretty excited about the situation, but Property are looking for more openings. Simple, though, is going to take the first kill on Zed, and now that kind of puts an end to the aggression. In the meantime, that gives time for HellRaisers to worry about what's happening over at the B bomb site here. The bomb is actually going to be making its way through. Kucha gets time to reload, and now could they do anything?
Change up his position as well. He's not going to really get to take advantage of it, however. Looks like Property are going to be able to clean this up, but it's still a 3-on-3. The bomb gets planted. HellRaisers not too far off, trying to play off a Simple with that AWP in kitchen. Markelov is on Cat, but good after plant positions here for Property. They've got a man up in B apartments, which is going to be crucial. He runs in, however, so Markelov is able to hear that. They now know that at least one terrorist is up in apartments, and immediately picked off there by Simple.
Michael very low on health here. One grenade comes in. They got to get on this defuse pretty quickly here. They do have a kit on Markelov, so I'm not sure why they're wasting so much time. And Simple will get the kill. Markelov defusing. I felt like, what if Michael had actually stayed in that corner? I mean, if he hadn't peeked out for Simple to get that kill, I'm not sure about HellRaisers' decision-making then. But it worked out in the end, so I guess it's good, but a little bit scary.
That was definitely a little bit too close for comfort.
And the mandatory pause here?
Yeah, pretty much, right. But Property at least managed to get the bomb plant. I mean, that's something you can take away from that situation. They still managed to get... I'm not sure why. I guess Emilio was maybe a little bit too far away, right? And he wanted to get onto that site to try and help his mates defend that bomb. So you're thinking, okay, it's a 3-on-2 man advantage situation for HellRaisers until Emilio can get into B apartments and get that oversight onto the bomb site. But him stomping through the B apartments with Markelov holding so close on short, Markelov hears it the whole way through that somebody's coming through there, and that's an easy pick and kill for Simple from Kitchen with that AWP. So HellRaisers, man, they just managed to just take their time, get all the information they needed, and when it came down to it, land the shots that they needed for that retake.
So as we're waiting for Emilio to get back into the game, guys, do not forget to click the raffle that's going on if you're on our website, roomonfire.tv, which we obviously hope you are. We hope you're going to tune in from that platform in the future, because we're going to try and make it as cool as possible and keep adding more and more features to it. Amongst other things, we do have the workshop where we've just added our cartel collection. So go and check that out, guys, and upvote them on the workshop. If you click the pictures, just click whatever weapon you like. You can also upvote the street camera one we released last time around. But, yeah, you can just go and do that, and we'll definitely appreciate it. Helps us out a lot.
No, it's big. But roomonfire.tv/workshop is where you guys can see the new set of skins. And
there's the raffle that you guys can participate in. Now, normally, during our Caseking tournaments here, we usually do, like, a bunch of giveaways. But because we're not at home, it's a little bit difficult for us to run that. So what I'm thinking is we're probably in the upcoming week, we'll try and do basically a double giveaway.
Yeah,
so
like
you guys that are subbed, and you know, normally we do sub giveaways for items for all our subscribers. We'll do a double sub giveaway next time, so we'll just give away double the amount of items. So you guys won't miss out. You'll just have to wait another week. So sorry about that, but it's a little bit confusing for us to do it when we're not at home, or at least when we haven't had the proper time to set everything up. So that's what it is. Now we're back in the game, back with the action here. 14th round coming up.
And Property, once again, forced to eco. And this is the important thing for HellRaisers. So long as they can keep Property on pistols, it's looking like they're going to be able to close out this first half with a pretty solid score. Kucher is actually looking to see if he can't get a spray down in B apartments. Good flash there with the timing from Property. Managed to force him back. Angel's going to stand his ground over on the short and actually managed to light one up. So the plant will happen for Property, but this is still a situation that HellRaisers should be able to recover from.
They should. It's still pretty impressive that Property even got in here and got the bomb down, and it's going to make a difference in the money that they're going to have the next round. Holding on to the bomb site's a very different matter, and Delpan's going to go down as the last guy, so no problem for HellRaisers retaking it, but they'll have a lot more money to work with here on the Property side, and that's going to be great. Look at this. 6,000 and 7,000 all around, so that's not too bad. It's still 9-5 here, and I don't know, 5 rounds on the first half of Property? I think they need 6.
I think they need 6 as well, honestly. So 15th round, and well, the thing is that save is basically giving them the money to buy whatever they want. So look at Zed. He goes straight for the Krieg. He's got that scoped machine gun. Delpan has got his AWP though. So Delpan, we're really looking to him to kind of step it up here on the T side, maybe provide that entry frag for his team, because we haven't really seen too much explosive play from him from this first half so far.
Markolov actually almost could have caught one guy up underneath the smoke. Emilio decides to charge through. Could have almost caught Markolov, but the timing is off by just a second still. It's a 1-on-3 here, so Property definitely aren't out of this round yet. They're going to have to go back and pick up the bomb somewhere, and Markolov gets stabbed in the back. Not so much stabbed, it's just gotten down by Jumpy. Kucher and Dosha's maybe in a good position here. I'm not sure. They don't really have focus on Dosha's position.
No, this time they're nading it. This time they're nading it, and he's going to get caught. Michael Lilly not going to get caught again there. 1v2 situation now as Kucher manages to come in through connector. This is going to be an A-site play. Smoke goes down to block Kucher off, so this is going to limit his options. He is only going to be up on electric, and Michael Lilly, double kill for him so far, but those were crucial kills, stopping Kucher from managing to stop that, plant. But most importantly, securing that 6th round there for Team Property, switching over into this CT side.
Yeah, 9-6 is a really big difference. If they could win a pistol round now, they could put all the way back, equalize the score, and make it 9-9, and then they're just in a perfect position. If they lose the pistol, though, HellRaisers are going to be really far ahead, and I think it's going to be tough anyway. Love the idea of them having 3 HE grenades already on the CT side, just trying to see if they can do some initial damage, and Emilio and his teammate there, and a second headshot comes in, so great play here. Emilio starting off strong.
Yeah, Emilio waking up. This is the problem. He's gotten paused so many times now that he's starting to get pissed off, and Emilio's like the Hulk. You don't want to piss this guy off. He nearly dropped a 40 bomb last night, so he is definitely playing up to his abilities.
Emilio's just realized that because he can only play 5 minutes before he gets attacked again, he's going to have to kill a bunch of people in those 5 minutes. So, you know, he's back, he's ready, kills a bunch of people, then, you know, gets timed out and keeps going like that. Said with a good headshot as well. Delpan in the middle. It's going to be down to Kucher, and, well, he's taking a fight, but it doesn't really matter how this ends up, because he's always getting backstabbed at the same time, and Jumpy, a little bit scared, doesn't want to get down by Kucher, but yeah, they're playing it smartly here.
Yeah, they've got the box going. Kucher is actually just boxed in here. Michael Lele, he is playing from window. Kucher, not quite sure. Michael Lele is just making sure that he can't get up on short. Yeah. Because from this position, there's actually nowhere that Kucher can go. He walks up into connector, there's going to be a man waiting for him there. Emilio waiting right around the corner. with one spotting out from the site proper. That's Delpan.
Oh, I think Emilio's timed out again. So his 5 minutes of killing are up. He got 2 in those 5 minutes. So well played, Emilio. Kucha's going to be walking in and Delpan will take him down. So I'm guessing either he's already back or we're probably going to go for a pause. Yeah, so a bit of a pause at the beginning. It's very sad times. Seth is finding the humor, and I hope you guys are too. Obviously, it's a little bit out of our control here, but we'll hope to get it on.
Yeah, this is one thing now. It's going to be the lesson learned, basically. But we can't pause indefinitely either because there is still Fnatic happening later on tonight at 8:30. So
yeah, scheduled to start in about 35 minutes. So I will be hopefully all right. But yeah, they're sort of considering if they should try and find maybe a stand-in or just try and see what they could do. They already have one stand-in. That's a good point. So, double stand-in.
Eventually, you just replace the whole team. They're just going to go through a whole lot.
Have Fnatic play instead of them, and then Fnatic play against HellRaisers again in the finals.
Angel's amused, though. He's just like, or just let it go. That's fine, too, right? Forfeit.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm not the admin. I'll just leave it up to our admin team and the teams to figure this out. So yeah, once again, thank you for joining us here at Room on Fire. I hope you guys are going to check out all the links going on the website. That's roomonfire.tv. So definitely check that out. Big thanks to anyone who might have been subbing. I counted the chat like I normally can, so I don't know if people have been subbing, but thanks if you have. It's a big help to us here on the channel if you do that. With us keeping regular content on here. Tomorrow, Summer and I are going to be doing DreamHack Stockholm. And the first day we're going to be doing from the Fragbite studio. Second day we're going to be at the Ericsson Globe. Yep. And we'll have Thorin with us there, so it's going to be great fun, no doubt.
Definitely looking forward to it. We're going to have a lot of top-tier teams over there as well. Both of the French teams. Well, there are 3 French teams, but LDLC and Titan are there. We've got 2 Danish teams as well. We've got Fnatic and NIP. So, I mean, there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent that's going to be here in Stockholm playing it out, and in such a prestigious arena as well. I mean, the Ericsson Globe is sick. Every time DreamHack do something there, it's legendary. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to this event this weekend. It's going to be so much fun. There's a lot of exhibitor space as well, so there's going to be a lot of people there who may not even be there for esports, but just for gaming in general. So it's going to be just a great festival to be a part of. So I'm really looking forward to CS just being on the main stage of Globe. But that really makes me happy, and it should make a lot of the CS fans out there happy as well. I hope that we're going to get a good turnout from everybody here in Stockholm.
I trust that we will. I mean, they called it in that intro video. They called it the the home of Counter-Strike, which is not really an exaggeration, I think.
Well, I mean, Heaton will probably fight somebody who says otherwise, right?
Yeah, and don't want to fight Heaton at all, really.
Heaton is the Viking man.
But you know who I also wouldn't want to fight. Because that trailer that they did, which people laughed a lot at, I think it was great.
I thought it was brilliant.
I loved it. I know it was like a little bit,
No, it was sick.
Like a little bit cliche, but I love the idea. It was really, really well done, and I think it was amazing. And
Dude,
what I noticed was
right, like dust, like that was amazing.
They tried, but the one guy who was clearly not to be messed with in that trailer was Crims. You see Crims, the look in his eyes.
But Crims actually looked.
Oh my God.
Like if you were to cast a movie, Crims actually looked like he belonged in one of those SUVs, right? Like he was going to roll in and break your knees with a baseball bat or something.
It got me thinking, because it's not that normal. I mean, we don't normally criticize Crims a lot because he plays really well, so we don't have a lot of call to do it. But we've got to be thinking twice about whether or not we should do it in the future, just in case we run into him later.
Hey, the funny thing is that Crims is actually one of the nicest guys around. He's just a really cool guy.
I know, man.
But sometimes the way he looks, he looks like Pasha, right? Like he looks like some kind of hitman.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Swedish hitman.
Well, I mean, it's going to be just really fun. A lot of fun to see everybody around. I mean, Stockholm right around the corner, and then Fragbite, of course, throughout the next month. There's just going to be nonstop Fragbite, ESWC at the end of next month. There's a lot of good CS to look forward to, guys. It's just insane how many good tournaments and how many good teams are now showing up as well. Because HellRaisers, I mean, they're old salts. Like, we've seen a lot of them, obviously. But Property are basically a pretty new lineup, bringing some very old experienced players in, Delpan and Set, but still they have, the young bloods as well. I mean, Spitfire, he's not exactly new, but certainly, kind of new as far as, in this team with Emilio, who's just been playing out of his mind. Jumpy as well has been doing some very good, cool shots, Glock burst fire. Jump living up to his name.
Exactly. Definitely some exciting stuff coming up. Ben, if you've been sort of, swept away by the Counter-Strike wave that's been going through all of 2014 so far, and you feel like it's been really, really good, then just remember, and we've been saying this a couple of times, that 2015 is going to be the year when it really kicks off. There's a lot of stuff on the horizon.
Yeah, CS is going to be sick next year. I mean, tournament organizers are going to have budgets, so they're going to be able to really do all the huge shows and do a lot of crazy things for all of the teams, for all of the viewers, for everybody tuning in.
So, I mean, in short, the esports world, and I guess not really just the esports world, but just the advertising world is really what we're talking about, is like on a little bit of delay. Because you can't just you can't necessarily just pick up on what's happening, immediately. So you got to have a little bit of time to see what the new trend is. And I think a lot of people have realized, well, Counter-Strike's doing pretty well. I think we have got 10 people back on the server now. So another stand-in, I think.
Yeah, another stand-in is here. So we might have to replay that last round. I don't know what's going to happen here.
Well, they did win it.
Yeah.
Property. So I think they're going to be all right.
All right, we're in a good situation here. Rather, Property pick up the pistol round, and we can see that now in their weapons. They've got the Bison. Actually, Bison picked up here by Michael Elliott. That's $600 per kill with that SMG, so we'll see if he manages to land any shots. And this could work out here, seeing as how HellRaisers have not invested in Kevlar. But it's going to be a very quick A play here. Delpan, Joshy picking up frags already, and it's turning into a slaughter.
Yeah, not looking too good, is it? Kucha will go down. Did they kill Joshy, who's the stand-in? Did he spell his name backwards?
I'm just calling him Joshy because there's no way Isaj is his real nick, and he's just like, it's my real nick.
For a minute, it looked like it was a D to me. So I was like, is it like DJ something? And I'm very confused.
G? I don't even know either, man. But I'm just gonna go with Josh because it sounds right. And if it isn't, well then, he's just a stand-in.
It'll be all right. 18th round is coming up here, and we'll have to see if HellRaisers can continue on the path they were on in the first half here. They did win the majority of the rounds, 9-6 for the first half here, and Markelov with a really good shot, almost the second one, but not quite. An Angel is going to fall down as well. That's Joshy picking up 2 great kills, actually a third one for him in the round, leaving Simple and Kucha retreating back to the terrorist spawn.
This is looking pretty good already. HellRaisers having a bit of a rough time with things here. They do have 2 guns to work with, so it's not the end of the world for them. They could still try and find some picks, but Property are playing this smart. They're not pushing out anywhere across the map. They're making sure that HellRaisers are going to feel the pressure here with the clock. The clock is going to eventually force HellRaisers' hands. Make them make the mistakes. That's what Property are thinking at this point. There's 0 reason to push forward aggressively. Nice nade, though. Simple had time to see it come, but that was still some good damage dealt to him.
Yeah, it's lucky that it was Simple and not Kucha was up there, because he would have been dead even if he had seen it coming. It did just enough damage, I think, to have killed Kucha. 30 seconds left here. I'm not really seeing it for HellRaisers right now. Zed is in a good position. Not too far off is Joshy waiting here. Actually, strangely looking into the ground. Makes you wonder if he's also somehow been disconnected. That would be a shame, wouldn't it?
That would be ridiculous. Zed going to be picked off by Simple. He didn't have a whole lot of HP. And all of a sudden, HellRaisers, they're able to actually get this going for themselves. It looks like Joshy is actually blocking the entrance to the door there as well, so they're going to have to both come in through CT here. Kucher's going to get picked up, but Michael Elliott is still alive. Yeah, and that's a double kill for Michael Elliott, in fact, single-handedly clearing up this site and allowing for the defuse to come in.
And it works out here, so we'll see if we can get Joshy back pretty quickly or if it's a deeper problem. Property really, I don't know, being plagued by issues tonight, it seems, which is unfortunate.
Not the best situation for them, actually. I mean, set Jumpy, Michael Elliott, Delpan. Michael Elliott already a stand-in right now for Team Property. They brought in Joshy in the hopes that he would stick around. But it looks like we are back to square one. It looks like we're back into pause mode here.
Markelov just losing his mind.
Markelov is just like, you can see the smile, right? He's just poking.
Yeah, they're getting a stand-in for their stand-in for their stand-in right now. That's what's happening here.
It's just... I can see Maud right now. He's just flipping out, thinking, "Why? What's going on? How are we paused again?"
More pauses.
And that was funny, actually. We had that conversation with Maud earlier, thinking that it'll be good. He'll be Property. They know the deal. They'll be protected. They'll be prepared. And well, sure enough, that's just not the case.
No, unfortunately. So yeah, it's an issue that sort of comes and goes. It feels like this DDoSing stuff, but obviously tonight had to be the night. It's been one of those days for us here, it seems. We've been, I don't know, we were at the office pretty quickly, but yeah, we ended up having a lot to do, and we ended up almost not making it to the studio here.
Yeah, it was really a bit of a close call today with everything that came together in the end. Getting things sorted out with the teams before the tournament, and then also getting the second skin out, the cartel.
There was that going on too, and a lot of different meetings for a lot of different people. Madness, complete madness.
Yeah,
we
it's
actually
great.
have our own. We have our own office in Stockholm now. Which
That's
is
the
really cool.
thing. I wanted to take a picture, but you were
Sender.
rushing me, Anders. So I'm going to have to take
I
a
know.
picture tomorrow and tweet about it
We'll
and just
do
be like,
that.
yeah, we got our office. But we got our office right in the Fragbite offices as well. So it's actually quite cool. We're pretty central. It's going to be a good position to be in. And basically it allows for me to stream again. So that's the thing. Going to have internet, going to have a PC. I'm actually going to be able to stream again. It's been like a year since I've been able to stream, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, good news, really good news. So yeah, more updates coming up on that front too, no doubt about it. We're still waiting for Property to figure out a stand-in they can use that can actually work out for them here, and then we'll be in the game. It is the second map here, so we'll see. HellRaisers did take the first one on Dust 2. Right now, I don't know. It seems like they are struggling a little bit on this terrace side.
They are having a little bit of trouble. Property actually showing up and really managing to land some good shots as well. I think that's the big thing that's going on right here. It seems like individual performance when it comes down to it. Property at the beginning so far have actually been landing the shots they needed to. Michael with that retake in the last round. The round before that, just good control coming out from the Swedes. And that's kind of what we expect to see out of them. Because now CT side, even if you have stand-ins, it can work because you're just kind of like holding those positions. So long as you land the shots, you'll be all right? And it seems like Property that's it's actually working out for them. Question is now, HellRaisers, they're going to have to eco in this round. Even if they don't believe in ecoing, they're going to have to eco. And are they going to actually try and pull out a pocket strat when the round comes? When it's time to go for a buy round for them, are they going to have anything up their sleeves here to try and change things up, trying to throw Property for a loop? Because if they go like standard to standard, I think Property might be able to come out ahead.
I don't know. I mean, it's difficult. When they were last time I saw HellRaisers play, I think they actually played Na'Vi at one point on this map. And Na'Vi's one of the best teams in the world. And playing on Mirage.
On Mirage, they're quite good.
And HellRaisers, I mean, they didn't beat them, but it was pretty close. I think it was like 16-11 or 16-10 or something like that. So, I mean, HellRaisers certainly, they can do pretty well on here. There's no doubt about it. But right now, they gotta pull out something special, right?
Yeah.
Show us something cool.
Well, there's still the situation of working out with Simple, right? So they're still, they've recently gotten rid of Adrian. Adrian has been removed from the HellRaisers lineup. Simple being brought on. They've gotten good results with him because basically he's their go-to opper at this point. He's their fixed opper for the team. So much like Foxyo when he joined up with Epsilon before that team was dissolved pretty much. Yeah. I mean, he had the same effect basically. It's like, okay, we have a fixed opper. This guy is just owning people left and right. And that really changed things up for Epsilon. It seems like HellRaisers have a little bit of the same thing going for themselves now with Simple, who just seems to be really performing very well. I mean, he's top ranking right now with 18, 4, and 10 for HellRaisers. So that's what you expect to see out of somebody who's new on the team.
Oh yeah, definitely right. Celos has been joining up here, so he's going to be the stand-in from Team Aligon. Thank you,
We're
Celos,
just going to go through like
all
all the old teammates right now, so Twist will show up eventually, and you'll get your wish-handers.
They just need more and more people, like a whole list of people they can just bring in, so there's no waiting time. Just instead of just messaging like one person, just message 10 people at once and say, "Are you ready to queue up for standing in? Because we're going to lose like a bunch of people tonight."
Now I'm curious who else is going to get lost.
Well, it's live again, guys, so let's get into it here. It's the 19th round, and HellRaisers are on the terrorist side. It's Team Property on the CT side, who are currently playing pretty damn well. It was 9-6 for the first half, and now it's all the way back at 9-9. HellRaisers not really able to keep Property down.
Well, to win that first buy round, that's the crucial thing. So HellRaisers not able to win that first buy round. They're going to go for a round of eco here, and they'll have another crack at it in the 20th round. But for now, it's all about just dealing some damage here to Property, seeing if they can force Property to spend money in that next round. HellRaisers, the name of the game is to control the CT side money because it costs more money each round for the CT side to get fully equipped than it does the T side. So HellRaisers, if they can get some kills, if they can keep control of Property's money, this is going to be a good situation for them.
Well, clearly could have got picked off. He does actually get killed by Simple in the end. As said, who initially missed the chance to get that first kill. Well, Markelov taking a fight, tries to make a run for it. It's going to be at the B-bomb site where all the action happens here. The bomb is there, and Jumpy's going to take down the bomb carrier. So, pretty good defense here from Property, only losing one guy so far. It looks like Dosha won't be able to put the bomb down here anyway.
Well, that's going to hurt. That's definitely going to smart there for HellRaisers. That extra $800 for the entire team would have been nice, but they're still going to have more than enough money to fully buy. Simple has that AWP now as well for HellRaisers. So that's something that's, that we have to take note of here. we didn't really get to see him use it yet in this half. So Delpan's got his AWP on the CT side, Simple's got his AWP on the T side, and Simple, I think, has been a bit more effective with the AWP throughout these matches so far. So we're going to be looking to him to really open things up here for HellRaisers, and I'm sure HellRaisers are going to be counting on him as well, because in general, when you have that AWP on the T side, he's your go-to guy for those entry frags.
Yeah, I agree. That's going to be really important. Taking Delpan down, getting the entry frags, that seems to be what HellRaisers are really struggling with right now. One simple entry would do a lot. That's an expert grenade right there.
That's a painful nade right there, yeah. Oh, what a shot. Okay then, what's up, Simple? That was such a blindingly fast flick onto Delpan.
And we were just talking about it. You know, he has been just playing a little bit better than Delpan so far, and Delpan was definitely scoped up and ready for it, so a little bit of a surprise. But that's the entry. Now, Property have decided to just put 2 people in either bomb site and hope that that's going to be enough to stop whoever is coming, and I don't think it will be right now. Zed and Celos in here. They can't help each other, or they can right now, but there's going to be a smoke probably right around where Zed is standing, and as soon as that happens, it's going to be a little bit crunchy, I think. Kucha is in the background, but Zed actually just goes down outright, leaving Celos. He's going to get dropped as well. That's Simple with 3 kills for HellRaisers already.
Yeah, and he's just making the difference right now. Michael Lily will find one on Doja, but it's going to be him alive, alone, in CT spawn. They know exactly where he is as well. They're going to be able to plant for Courtyard. Nice little fadeaway nade there by Michael Lily, but nobody's holding close to him. He's basically just out in the open, looking to try and bait a shot out there, but Markloff's going to get the punish on him. And HellRaisers in their second buy round, as soon as Simple picks up that AWP, he's able to just make the difference for his team. They've evened this up 10-10.
But if they can keep having round openings like that, there's no doubt that they're going to be able to bring it right back. Property have one more buy in them here, and it's going to include that AWP on Delpan. But if they lose this round, they're going to be back to ecoing, and HellRaisers will have a bit of a chance to start putting some distance between the two teams. And that would obviously be good. On the other hand, it's not like HellRaisers have a lot of money either, so can kind of go either way at this point. That's another great grenade. Markolov. That hit Michael Lily in the forehead, literally.
It's like maximum damage as well from a nade when you have Kevlar helmet. So that really hurts for Michael Lily right there. 44 health at the beginning. Hasn't even seen anybody yet. He still has a smoke, so that's going to be valuable for him. But Kucher manages to spot Jumpy over on this B site. 2 guys over here, however, for the CT side. And Delpan's going to be able to land a shot on Kucher, so that stops the push there.
Oh, Salas, very aggressive play here. Does spot out Doja, but actually somehow puts no damage into him.
And Doja deals no damage to Salas, so basically just walking away with information. He didn't spot the bomb, though, but Markolov.
That was beautiful. He is soaring through the sky, and Markolov killed him. Now, Zed is in an awkward position. Angel shouldn't repeat this, and in fact, Doja's going to go down anyway, so I don't know, not the best communication coming out right here for HellRaisers, and Zed doing great work. That's a triple. Simple now going to be walking in, and he's going to take down Zed, but it might have been too late.
He's looking to see if he can find this angle now with his AWP. He's got the bomb, but he's only got 20 seconds left, so he doesn't have any time for real fancy stuff here. Simple. He kind of just has to land a shot somehow. Delpan misses his. Michael Lily still alive behind those boxes. Simple just trying to land a shot through the boxes, but he's running out of time. 10 seconds left. He's not going to be able to plant this. Well, he does manage to plant this, so Property just playing super safe.
He doesn't fake it at all now. They're going to get close. He misses another one. C-set 75, but there's no bullets in it. Oh, no. What? No scope, and Michael Lily is going to come up close. He does take him down. My God, that was close. Simple. What a madman.
I think we nearly flipped the table there, Anders.
Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, the fact that there was no bullets in that C-set, that should have been a death sentence.
I just wish we had Fragbite replay right now. If we were able to get the instant replay on that shot. Oh, man, that was sick. That's a frag reel moment right there. It's like CZ empty, go back to the AWP, a la JW, and land the no-scope. Such a sick shot from Simple. Amazing.
I feel like round for round, Simple is just gaining more and more fans. I hope he has a Twitter account out there somewhere, just so we have a place to follow him. If he doesn't, someone should help him make one, because I don't know, I definitely want to follow Simple just based on this here. But he's already down to 25 health. A good angle being found by Delpan and Property. They did end up winning that round. Simple looking for the kill. They know exactly where Sellers is, and he's going to go down. So even at 25 health, he's still a force to be reckoned with here.
Oh, and they know exactly where Zed is as well. Zed pinned behind the box. He's not going to be able to get out of there alive. And now a 2-man advantage. Make that 3 as Angel finds Michaelele rotating over from the B side. It's going to be Delpan, last man alive here for Team Property with that AWP in a 1v5. But the bomb side has been swamped on A. He has no way of getting in there, and he's already electing to back off and try and hold on to this gun. Not a whole lot of money on HellRaisers, though. This is the scary part. They want to get this gun off of Delpan, but they can't exactly afford to throw away a bunch of rifles doing it either, because they are fairly broke themselves. So, bit of a scary situation here. Delpan getting pinned down, missing shots, and this is not going to help him. Kucher gets it scot-free.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're right. I think you're exactly right. It is a risk for HellRaisers to go hunting with this little money, but yeah, if Delpan's going to miss 3 shots, it works out really well. 11-11, and we're moving into the 23rd round. And Property, on the other hand, they're going to have to eco, so this is a really close game. This could end up in overtime if it keeps going like this.
Yeah, this could definitely. It's who's going to crack here, and Property, this certainly isn't going to help them. HellRaisers now need a perfect anti-eco round, but look at this. They're sneaking their way over to B. They don't see anybody there either. Nobody's peeking from Property. They've actually gone for a full A stack at this point. They've snuck a guy in through A apartments into T-spawn. This could be good for them. Doja may not be expecting to get flanked.
Celos keeping it pretty cool, just, you know, ignoring the bullets that are flying right in front of him. Said almost gets caught looking the wrong way here. And Doja, I think he had a sense that maybe there was an opening, but actually Jumpy's coming up from behind. Doja's going to get backstabbed, and still Doja comes up with a kill. Semler, that's not fair, is it?
That's not fair. You think that's a moment where he should be able to get that should be able to get that Jumpy, but if he had a P250 or a 5.7 or something like that, he probably had that kill right there. Or CZ, you know, he had that kill. But
yeah, I feel like Doja could just be a gentleman and just type kill in console, just, you know, make sure he doesn't leave Jumpy feeling too bad.
The real scary bit here now is that HellRaisers, they've got 4 guys alive, so it's these kinds of rounds that are really going to help HellRaisers, because if they have 4 guys living, it means that basically one guy is going to have to spend a lot of money in the next round re-equipping, but the rest of them just need to re-equip on nades, so they have that buffer. So Property, their lives are getting harder. The less damage they do here in these rounds, the harder their lives get, and that's not going to be ideal for them, seeing as how they're fighting for their tournament life at this point. HellRaisers, they picked up the first map of this series on Dust 2, so they only need one more. They only need one more map to move on to the finals and take a crack at Fnatic, who are currently sitting on the throne.
Fnatic's a terrifying team at the moment, so it's not going to be easy. Whoever makes it through is going to have a really hard time of getting it done, but we'll see. I mean, the Fnatic reign is going to end one day. Whether it's going to be today, I don't know, but it's gonna be an end, right? All good things do come to an end.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's still that on the table, right? Na'Vi, they won 3 weeks and lost in the 4th, but if a team wins 4 weeks running, we're gonna print them shirts. That's just something on there, you know, little something extra there for Fnatic.
Clearly missing an opening. He had it there. They almost lined up as well, so it seemed like maybe there could have been a greater entry kill here. Jumpy's going to go down. It nearly looked like he was going to take down Kucher, but again, the entry frag ratio recently has been switching towards HellRaisers. Whereas earlier in the game, it was a lot of them were going in favor of Property, but right now it feels like HellRaisers are stepping up their game somewhat. I'm wondering if Doja isn't going to be the man to walk out here and get a kill, though. Michaelele will take down Simple, and this is looking very good now for the Swedish team.
Yeah, this is looking fantastic indeed. They've got that man advantage. Not a whole lot of damage taken at all on the rest of the members, and they're in good positions as well. Doja's going to try and sneak his way out onto this A side, but Zed has taken a great position to counter this until he decides to look away, and Doja gets him for free. So now HellRaisers actually have a way to get out onto this A site. Zealous does manage to get the flank from Pit, but Doja still alive is going to stop that from happening.
Yes, Angel, just 30 seconds left here. This 1-on-2 is really critical for both teams. Property's going to be ecoing if they lose this, and they won't be losing it. Delpan comes up. Perfect timing from the middle. HellRaisers can still buy. They're actually going to be just fine in terms of buying. But yeah, this brings Property right back into the game.
Incredible.
It's back and forth. You got to wonder if maybe the next team to eco is going to be the team that eventually won't be able to make it any longer.
Well, you're starting to run out of room, really, for ecos, right? I mean, you're looking at 16 rounds to take the win, and right now it's 12-12. Only 4 rounds necessary for each of these teams. So the closer they get, if they're going to have to eco, it's going to get really rough for them.
Okay,
and Simple is just going to like execute Michaelele right at the beginning.
Yeah, and Delpan actually missed a grenade. It could have done way more damage than he did right there. The bomb is still dropped all the way back towards T-spawn, so HellRaisers they're not committing to anything. Taking it slowly.
Set. I was wondering if Set was going to manage or if he was going to decide to push down, because we could see Team Property, now that they're in man down, we could see them try and push out along the map. You know, get up into A apartments or get down T pit, see if you can't get any information for your team so you can start rotating guys over to sites earlier on. But it doesn't look like Property are interested in that. They're going to rely on their aim and basically their ability to hold these positions that they're sitting in right now. They're just going to play the clock and try and force HellRaisers' hands. And if HellRaisers are currently looking for a 3-pronged assault on this A site, and Markaloff just casually finding the headshot on Zet is certainly going to help.
Looking for more here. Delpan's going to get a return frag, but Dosha's there instantly, and Celos can't make his way through this window. That's just not going to happen unless he can find a great headshot here. And actually,
what?
Angel disconnected just then? Is Celos in fact just a hacker? Did he just disappear? Angel?
That's amazing.
That's wizardry. He must have a magic wand somewhere. I wish I knew what the Harry Potter spells were actually called.
He hits you so hard you get disconnected from the game. That's how hard Zealous hits you.
That's some powerful play right there. Okay.
The PC crashed, right? Zealous had nothing to do with it.
Killed Angel's PC. Wow. 13-2. Well, I guess it's about time HellRaisers get a chance to crash out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. We can't really fault them for this pause. I mean, Property have paused quite a few times. So, I mean, HellRaisers, this is the one thing that concerns me with this pause is that HellRaisers are starting to get a little bit of momentum going. They've got the bank still. And so are they going to be able to actually get away from this? Because where it stands right now, Property, they're in double eco territory.
Yeah.
Like they really are in double eco territory right now. $1,500, only 2 guys up at $2,000. It's going to be the question, you know, do they decide to force it up in the next round? That's the thing. That's the deciding factor. Do they go for the win or do they try and play for overtime?
I think they're going to play for the win. I don't think they're going to play for overtime. That's my guess anyway.
Yeah.
But
then are you going what? You're going like scout armor, FAMAS armor, basically. Like I don't think, unless they can get some kills in the next round, it's going to be tough to go for like M4 armor.
Scout and B-bomb site. The rest grouped up around middle. Hope for the best.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan.
You could go for a stack on A or stack on B, something like that as well.
It is fortunate for HellRaisers that they're going to be up against an eco round up next, just because you know, having one guy disconnected, they come back into it, they can still probably win the round, and then they're going to be all right to go with. So yeah, we are sorry about all these technical issues. It was Property earlier on, now it's HellRaisers' turn to get a little bit of a disconnect for various reasons. That's just how it is. So hope you guys are going to cope with it. And hope you guys spent time looking through our website in the meantime. That's roobonfire.tv. If you don't go through immediately, it could be because the web server is a little bit overloaded, so just keep trying and it'll get there eventually. Yeah. And you can check out the website where we have our new skins. The Cartel collection that we're really proud of.
Yeah, it's really sick. It's definitely worth checking out, guys. This is definitely the crown jewel right now. So yeah, Cartel is out, and you guys can find it on the website at roobonfire.tv/workshop. And there's also the video up on YouTube as well. So there's the button for YouTube. If you guys are watching on Twitch, there's the button for YouTube at the bottom. If you scroll down a little bit, you can go to the YouTube. Every match that gets played on the channel gets loaded up to the YouTube as well. So in case you miss anything, you hear a good match happen, you know, last Caseking or anything else that we managed to cast, you can always find the match up on YouTube. So something to keep in mind.
And if you know, one of the really sort of minor features of the website, but something that's very useful, is the calendar that we have up there, where we do also sometimes add events that are not necessarily on our channel, but they'll be on our website anyway. Yeah. So we can sort of use our website as a way to where you guys can go watch Counter-Strike if you like it. Usually it'll be us casting it anyway. Yeah. Like Fragmite Masters will put that up there. Maybe DreamHack if it's cool.
DreamHack will be on there tomorrow. You know, basically, if we can have it on the website, it'll be on the website. Yeah. So you always know that quality CS is going to be up on roobonfire.tv. So
that's the plan.
Something to keep in mind, guys. If you're just looking for a CS hub where you know that there's going to be some good CS, stream will be live there. Yeah, and we'll try and keep the schedule up to date as long as we can, as far as into the future. Sometimes it's really hard to predict with Counter-Strike. Some matches, they pop up literally on the day. Yeah. And that's just it. So yeah, keep an eye on it, and we'll appreciate that very much. And remember, in terms of the giveaways, we'll be doing those next week, probably, when we'll be doing the next Caseking of the Hill. We can't really do them tonight. It's a little bit of an improvised studio setup that we have going on. It works really well, studio, but we didn't have time to plan everything, guys. So yeah, next week we're just going to double up on the giveaways. So you won't be missing out on any items. We'll give out twice as many next week. That's it. Yeah, shout out to Luda for coming through there with the studio. Yeah. Last minute, very last minute, but it looks like everybody's joined up on the server again. We should be unpausing any second now and getting into this match. And again, it's going to be, as you guys can see right here, it's going to be property on an eco situation here, and most likely saving up for a buy round in the 27th, because they may just try and stop HellRaisers from getting on that match point.
I think they have to. Well, the unpause has happened and we're right back into the game. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here. It's the second map between HellRaisers and Team Property. Winner is going to be facing Fnatic, and right now HellRaisers have already won on Dust 2. So right now they're just 3 rounds away from making it to try and fight Fnatic in a best of 3. See if they can finally take down the Swedish champions, or... It's not going to be easy, but they'll try their best. Kucha moving up close here and taking down Delpan, and this eco round already not looking great for Property.
No, this is looking really good right now for HellRaisers. They managed to find all of the entry frags set. Could land a shot here on Doja. He's going to get the headshot, and on top of it all, that's the bomb dropped. HellRaisers, they abandoned their bomb carrier, and Jumpy will find Angel lurking around mid, sneaks up on him in Delpan's position, and now all of a sudden HellRaisers are actually having to fight to get their bomb back. And this with 2 rifles picked up here on Property. This is completely turned around.
And I think Angel was standing still to type then, which is why he wasn't really doing anything, or he was the one being disconnected. But I'm pretty sure I saw Angel type something. So this is a strange position for the HellRaisers team. Smoke goes up. They are having a guy come in with the backstab here. And maybe it's going to work. Jumpy's finally going to turn around, and that's Kucha gone, and we're back into a 2-1-2. This is a chaotic match right here. Markolov going to make his way down, takes down Zed, but then the return from Jumpy, it's now 1-on-1 simple. Misses the first one, C-set 75, and not going to make it work, and Jumpy will come up with a quad kill, and somehow HellRaisers going to manage to disconnect. And this time they're saying it's not a crash, it's a DDoS. Wonderful. Who would have thought it?
Amazing. Make them stand-ins come.
Oh.
Incredible.
Delpan gets a chance for a little bit of a revenge. Oh, wait.
Yeah, they're boot camping right now, HellRaisers. So 5 stand-ins. It's going to happen. We're going to have the first HellRaisers 5 stand-in team.
Yeah, I mean, could that happen?
It looks like we're good to go. They were Doja calling for the unpause. Property should be unpausing as well, but Property talk about saving themselves at the very end there. HellRaisers, they were primed to take this map.
Makes me wonder if it was really a DDoS or just
a troll.
The net acting out, something like that. It's going to be 13-13. We're moving into the 27th round. I think Property just got a huge window back into the game, essentially. Kucha here has a Deagle. There's a bunch of AKs on the HellRaiser side, but Simple doesn't have an AWP, and Delpan most certainly does.
HellRaisers working their way into through underpass, so they're gonna. This is pretty standard to get control of mid. Kucha gonna sneak his way into window here. Is he gonna get caught? However, there's the smoke already around. He's gonna actually have to do a 180 here if he wants to catch anybody. Jumpy already in the back of that room, and this could be an interesting position. They actually don't decide to boost, so not seeing anybody. They're going to spot that first man there. Kucher, point blank with the Deeg, doesn't manage to land anything.
Markolov turns around for the flash, doesn't want to get taken out, and in the meantime, they do also have the bomb up here towards the whorehouse.
Yeah, curious to see where they're going to try and work from here. Angel not going to be given a target to work at, so unfortunately for them, HellRaisers have lost a bit of an opportunity to get a frag. Here, Markolov stands his ground. He gets overwhelmed by Zealous, and the nades are raining in on the B site. There's already 2 guys here defending solid. Michaelele turning it around, and it's going to be simple to pick up a frag, but it's still a 2-on-3 situation. Doja needs to come in, and he is going to find Delpan. Simple
with a great headshot on Michaelele. Actually, this might still happen. Going to run into Set in the window room, and it's going to take him down. So now it's 1-on-2, 20 seconds left here for Doja. He has to find the kills. I think he can't really play for trying to pick up the bomb here. That's the first one, and now it's a 1-on-1. Oh, sorry about that.
And this position from Zealous. He's never going to, he can't realize this. 10 seconds left, Doja.
Oh.
And he runs up on short to go get the bomb. Why? He just hasn't a hope here. He's going to live through this round.
Absolutely nothing that could be done in that position. So Celos,
is he really trying to just get the 300 bucks?
Staying alive. Well, he's going to have an AK, but the rest of his team is going to be ecoing. So Property just inches away now from taking map point here.
Huge turnaround. I mean, this is a complete and utter turnaround from Property. They were on an eco. They win the eco round due to HellRaisers just leaving their bomb carrier behind up in apartments. And now they managed to stop HellRaisers from pushing into a site. So this is looking fantastic for Property. They've got the money. They've even got the money to give Delpan a Scar 20. So maybe not feeling too good about the 1-shot, 1-kill. He needs to take 2 shots here to get the job done. But Delpan still has a very expensive rifle on himself right now. And he's even got it without Kevlar. It just seems very wonky.
Yeah, not the ideal situation, I would say, but it's enough to take down Doja, who was the one guy who had any kind of equipment to really deal with this. A Property well on their way here to that 15th round. Said will pick up 2 good kills, and it's going to leave Angel and Markolov left here. 2 on 5. Grenade rains down on Markolov, just almost running into that one.
No, not having too much luck there, Markolov. Down to 35 HP. Still, man advantage by a good margin here. Property just continue to push. Angel is going to work all the way back around to pick up Doja's AK. He gets the parting shot on Delpan. And Delpan, well, AK or not, he would have gone down in that sort of situation. So, now we have to see exactly where HellRaisers decide to go with this, because they need to pick up the remaining 2 rounds in this half to take it to overtime. And having been so close to taking the win, how galling would it be if they lose it now to Property based off of a silly mistake up in apartments, leaving their bomb carrier alone?
Yeah, that's it's definitely going to haunt them a little bit. I mean, they'll have a 3rd map to try and bring it back if it goes to it, but I don't know. They're not going to be too pleased about the situation, I imagine.
Certainly not.
Opening.
Certainly not, but now we have to see here. Going into this final round of this 2nd map of a best-of-3 Property, they're bound to pick up, I mean, they could potentially pick up this tying map that'll bring it to a 1-1 scoreline, best-of-3 situation here. So we would go, I believe, to Inferno to settle things.
Yeah,
Might be wrong about that, but I think it is Inferno, the last map, that would settle this and decide who's going to go on to face off against Fnatic in the finals here. Challenge Fnatic for the throne, who have been the kings for the last 2 weeks. We've got an A smoke play coming in here for HellRaisers. They're setting up already. 3 guys back in T-spawn. There the nades going through. We can see them setting up perfectly here to smoke up the entire A site. And they're going for a variation. They just want to cut up the site. Zealous is in a crucial position here for the CT side.
Yeah, and they got to move because Jumpy's making his way all the way over here. So, I mean, right now, Property didn't have the perfect setup for it, but Sibyl's still going to open up. Delpan with a good shot through. He's going to get taken down by Markolov, and they got to still remain control here. It's a 3-on-3. Now it's a 2-on-3, and Jumpy, is he going to be too late for the party? He's finally here, and Michael is taking a fight at long range. Jumpy could settle everything. He's going to go for the kill, and that leaves Doja alone.
And Doja, he's only got 10 seconds left on this clock to work with as well. This isn't enough time. He's going to have to get on this bomb fast, and he does manage to get the plant. It's a full yellow plant out in the open, and Jumpy spotting him on the edge, not able to pick up that shot. Doja does a frightful amount of damage to him, and they're both so very low on Property. They've got Doja in a crossfire, but now Doja, this could be a series of 1v1s for him.
Yeah, going to peek out there. Can't find the shot. He just needed 1 bullet on either player, and that would have been it. But Michael will take him down, and good game is called. We're going to go to a 3rd map. Interesting.
Incredible save there from the Swedes, and this is, with a double mix situation for the Swedes, and they're able to bounce back into it off of an eco-round win for them at the very end of the half.
Yeah, I mean, Property far from their full strength right now, but they're still playing really well. So, yeah, 3rd map's coming up, guys. We'll go to a quick commercial break before we get to it, and we still have Fnatic playing tonight, so a lot is coming up here on Room on Fire. Stay tuned, follow the channel, and subscribe if you want to help us out, and we'll be right back.
looks like it's going to be another B-split push coming up here, standard as could be for the T side.
Yeah, they are getting ready for it right now. They've got 2 people coming out through the middle, 3 people through upper dark at the moment. There's counter-terrorist holding 1 guy inside the B-bomb site, 1 guy down towards the middle of the map.
Yeah, that B-slope man on CT side is going to be the linchpin here. T side, they've managed to put the CT smoke down. No support coming in from the A site here for the defense. It's all going to come down to the entry shots here, the man making the plan.
It's getting kind of cold in here.
Hey man, did you leave the window open?
I don't think so.